Hi. And somehow you've moved the camera on me too, thanks.
I did not.
You and your drama.
I didn't touch the camera.
And somehow you've moved the camera on me too, thanks.
Hey everybody.
Banshee's having a...
Supposed to be a special show today and everything is screwing up. So, I don't know what happened here, but it seems like to me in the past with...
Ooh.
It seems like in the past with YouTube, I was able to put something in the discussion thing on the side here, which would be open for me to do so. And it's not appearing at all. I thought I'd be able to post some special readings we wanted to offer people to pick from tonight. But I haven't been able to figure out how to get them in there.
It's a YouTube thing.
He claims it's a YouTube thing, whatever it is. I'll have to check our settings later on YouTube. Maybe it's just something they changed over time. Maybe people can only comment on videos now over there, and there's no way for me to get it in there.
No.
So at any rate, I'm going to have to take the time to read it to you, because I also am collaborating with someone else here who I promised to offer some of their spreads tonight. So it's going to take a few minutes. Maybe it'll replace our card for the collective. At any rate, tonight, because it is a special Halloween show, and not only are we doing our giveaways again, everybody tonight, no matter what reading you do, you will get an extra 2 cards for your reading. But they are special. They're for the month of November, and they will be the trick and the treat for November. And so basically, the trick will be some unexpected, unanticipated situation, event, or move that arises that could disrupt your plans or your life. And card 2, the treat, is an unexpected, happy surprise you could receive. All right, so that's a given. Now we have 4 spreads that if you'd rather have something different tonight for a reading that we are offering. They're either 3 or 4 card spreads, so they're similar to what we do. Reading 1 was created by Spirit of Tarot, and it's called the Ghostly Encounter Spread. And it's about connecting with a loved one, a spirit guide, or an ancestral spirit, and receiving advice in this Halloween season from beyond the veil. That's a 3-card reading. That's reading 1. So if you want to just let Violet know, I want reading 1, 2, 3, or 4. These are the readings. Reading 2. I've been here before, mini. Past life spread. Created by me. We've done this one before. It's just a 3-card general look at a past life that maybe you'll want to explore more in depth later. Reading number 3 is called the Walking Dead Spread, and it was created by Spirit of Tarot. And this 4-card spread encourages you to face the zombies in your life, those things that drain your energy and prevent you from reaching your full potential. Use this spread to revive your passion and enthusiasm for life and breathe new life into stagnant areas. All right. And reading 4, the Fallback Time Change Spread, which I just created this year. If you could turn back time, what one thing would you want to change? What from your past do you have to fall back on that has a positive impact on your life, that had a positive impact on your life? And what should you focus on till the next time change?
If I could turn back time, do-do-do.
So also, our friend Spirit of Tarot, who's been very nice to us, did a blog interview of us on her blog. If you want to check out what Spirit of Tarot has to offer, you can go to her link tree, which of course is linktr.ee/Spirit of Tarot. And Spirit of Tarot has underscores between Spirit of Tarot.
And we highly recommend that you check out Spirit of Tarot blog and other services and presences on social media. Very creative and wise learnings can be found there. And we appreciate all that she does for us. too.
Violet, I would have gotten these to you if I had. Well, I know you haven't been on Twitter much, number one, but also I just thought I could do this, and apparently I don't have that functionality anymore. So
It's a YouTube algorithm thing. The next time you go on, it'll be back. I've seen this before. I'm trying to tell you that.
okay, whatever. I'll figure it out. One way or another. I'll look it up on Google. I'll Google it. Whatever.
We'll post them to that comment section of this video after the reading when it shows up again.
Well-
So you'll have to navigate back there if you want to get those readings. What you were going to post. We can
Yeah,
post them.
but okay, but those readings are just being done tonight on the show.
Okay,
So,
well,
you know,
It's a reference point.
it's well, I don't know how it's gonna matter.
It's a
But
reference
anyway,
point.
okay. I just feel bad. I feel
Don't
bad.
overthink it.
Happy Halloween, though, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. It's been interesting here. I was expecting rain all day that never arrived. All right, let's get started with the Season of the Witch Samhain oracle. We're going to do one anyway. Violet, I don't have a list. I'm going to trust yours tonight because I'm literally using two computers. One that has the spreads on them so we can read for people if they want them. And I do hope somebody picks one of those. The past life one is always fun. Spirit of Tarot's Ancestor Spirit Guide one is really good too. I enjoyed that one. So we don't do this often. I think on the community page, maybe we'll offer these again on Sunday's show. And on our community page, I might be able to post it there. I'm not really sure. They also have limits on what you can put in there, so sometimes I'm foiled by that as well. All right. Oh, Mr. O, with a better vibe than me, would you pick a
Oh,
card
I
for
really
me?
wanted you to do it this time, but okay.
No, you must.
Better vibe. What the hell are you talking about?
Whoa! Did we have that one?
Seems familiar.
It sounds familiar. He pulled the Dark Moon. I think we had that one, but maybe not. It's New Beginnings, Letting Go. Okay, so basically, if the Dark Moon card has come up, know that there is always a chance to start again. And let me just add that the keywords for this card are new beginnings and letting go. In the dark of your heart lives new breath waiting for you to release the ghost. That does sound familiar. So there's always a chance to start again. Your situation may seem like the end of the road, but it is not, especially for those who know the power of spirit. You must have hope even when things seem too hard to bear. There's always a new moon just a few weeks away, and there will always be a new opportunity waiting for you as well. It may not come as quickly as you like, but hope is a powerful force and will set things in motion for you. You know, there's always a chance to start again. It's never too late to start something new as well. And that's worthwhile to keep in mind. Even when times are tough, don't give up on yourself. Don't believe that you can make something happen. Challenges, you know what? Challenges should only strengthen your resolve, not diminish it. And like I said, it's never too late. I think that's an awesome card, actually. All right.
Excuse us for one moment.
We'll do it.
All right, so we're starting off with Libra. And by the way, we wanted to mention Libra. I don't know if you're here, but we will get in touch with you some way. Somebody, and we're not going to say who, has donated their previous win, their spin, to you, Libra. So please contact us at our Gmail, TFT Tarot for Today at Gmail, to either arrange winning a deck or a reading from us. And I'll repeat that again, of course, but we're going to move on to your reading.
Right, Libra. So you are already a winner by default. So we're
Yes.
not going to spin for you. Congratulations. This person has chosen something for you, but if you do not want that, we will offer you a free reading instead.
No, right. You get your choice, a reading or one of the deck oracles.
That deck that the person donated.
You're not understanding something, so I
Could
either
you
have to
cut
take
that
it
off
offline.
again so we could talk?
Sorry, everybody.
Well, I guess not.
Problem solved.
Problem solved. So it's a choice of a particular deck or a reading. So we'll be in touch. All right. Sorry for the confusion.
Okay. No, we're not, Nicole.
We got to get our stories
No,
straight.
sorry, it's not about happiness.
Well, sometimes these contests get a little complicated. So we
All
have
right,
to make
Libra,
sure
here's
we're
your
both on the
reading.
same
What's
page.
coming towards you? And I'm using the 13 tarot. Well, I'm glad you're being entertained.
Hey, by the way, guys, happy anniversary to our son and daughter-in-law.
Right. And
They got married on Halloween by
us.
us.
And their daughter, who was not quite 2, helped.
Yes. It
She
was
helped
so
us
wonderful.
cast the circle.
They got married by us, and
I believe it's 17 years.
was one of the greatest experiences of my life. One of them,
Aww.
to be able to do that.
And of course, our son and daughter-in-law had a hand in our original formation of the show.
That's right. So paybacks.
Yeah, we're paying them back.
If you were wondering where those were, you probably were not.
I knew that they weren't there. That's all.
That is correct. All right. I think we have it together now, people. I think we have it together.
What's coming towards you? The first card is the upright 5 of Swords. We're doing your reading, right?
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. What's coming towards you? Okay. So the first card is the 5 of Swords upright.
Yeah.
Well,
So there's
Libra.
conflict.
Wow. Maybe it's our conflict. No. It looks as though there's some argument, some disagreement that could get out of control. It's very likely here. So I know you've been having some sticky situations of late with, some of the questions you've been asking. And so I don't know if it's about that specifically, but what's coming towards you is a big argument. And you're going to want to walk away from this one, I think, because nobody can win this.
There's a lot of strife going on here. There's a lot of angry feelings and angry thoughts being expressed. And without somebody who can really help arbitrate through any of this, it's like what Banshee says, it would be better for you to just try to extricate yourself from the argument if you could. But I don't know that that's going to be possible due to the way things go. So why is this important then that you understand that?
Well,
and it's important because you have the upright Nine of Pentacles. You could find yourself in a more comfortable environment, or without this stress or strife, it would in fact be that kind of pleasant environment that the Nine of Coins can often show us. So it is important that you understand this and maybe figure out if there is a way you can remove yourself from that, because you want to be where this is, which is, you know, in your comfort, in your surroundings, working on the things you know you can manifest.
I think that, what is that again?
The Nine of Pentacles upright.
That's right.
Why
Okay.
it's important.
Because you want a calm, safe, secure, harmonious environment surrounding you right now. And that's what you've been building for yourself all along, Libra. That's why it's important that, you know, you try to manage this thing as swiftly as you can, or get out of it as swiftly as you can.
So where will it ultimately lead to?
It looks, those are funny pentacles, but okay.
They're lovely cards. And it's the upright Eight of Pentacles.
It's going to require work. So it's leading to, you know, effort.
Plan.
Effort on your part, creating a plan or a strategy, and then just holding to it.
And some of this involves going back and reviewing maybe skill sets or things that you know you employed in the past, you know, a line of reason, a line of thought, a line of questioning to kind of, you know, navigate through this, or to create the sense of processing this situation so you can, you know, move to something better. Good luck, Libra.
So,
The Lenormand. The Black Cat.
oh my gosh.
The Ghost Ship.
This so must be the situation you've been asking about.
Yeah.
Because it means the move of somebody close to you. It's involving the move of somebody close to you.
Right. The Black Cat is the dog, which is a good friend, a loyal friend. Even in the context,
Could be family.
Even in the context of some of the questioning, it still sort of applies, even though there's a mixed relationship, perhaps, if we're on the same wavelength. Mm-hmm. But the ghost ship influences that. The ghost ship says this needs to move away. And it's kind of like what we told you in the beginning. You know, if the mountain can't come, if Muhammad can't come to the mountain, then the mountain has to come to Muhammad. If you can't move yourself out, then you have to figure out how this person can move away, if that's possible. I like them a lot, Jamie's Cowboys. It's the Halloween Lenormand?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Halloween Lenormand. It was, what's the word I'm trying to use? Self-published. And there's also a Yuletide Lenormand, which is really nice too. And I'll be bringing that out around, you know, maybe the week of Thanksgiving, starting to use that. But at any rate, this is just a joyful deck. And that one is too. Really well done. So that's what we have for you.
I seem to keep drifting out of the picture.
Oh.
Somehow that camera keeps moving me out of the picture.
I don't know.
Do you really need all that room?
Well, I will try to move over a little bit. Hang on.
No, it's the camera too, though.
Yeah, well, why is it...
Because it drifts a little bit, especially when people thump the table hard, like you've been known to do.
I was thumping the table. But, you know, my leg is hitting the... one of the legs of the table here, now that you mention it. I have so much room that I'm...
And now you're a little bit out of the view.
Yeah, well, I just moved over for you.
But I moved the camera. That's the qualifier.
All right.
That seems to be better.
So that's what we have for you, Libra. Good luck with that. They're adorable cards. Hey, look who's here. Speaking of things that are going to thump the table.
It is what it is.
All right, who are we on now? It's Nicole.
It's Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
I take it Nicole did not say to spin, so...
Nicole was one of the winners.
Oh!
You forgot. Thanks a lot for that.
I have it down somewhere, I'm sure.
What am I going to do with you?
Oh yeah, I do have Nicole on the list. I just don't know what they won.
Time to turn off the mic again. We're back. All right, so what was Nicole wanting? What does November look like?
Oh, we forgot to do the extra cards for Libra. So
I know.
rushed.
Well, this is what drama does.
Sorry, Libra.
This is what drama does.
Everybody else is getting extra cards. So, we'll try to catch you on Sunday, Libra. That's a promise. All right. So, Nicole, first thing I'm going to do is give you a trick or treat card. Of course, I picked the deck that's the hardest to read. The trick. It's the Nine of Cups reversed. So what kind of thing could happen in November that could disrupt your life, or just suddenly unexpectedly happen that could disrupt your life or your plans in some way? Well, the Nine of Cups is reversed here, and talk about a card that, fits the trick. The trick is you aren't getting what you desire. Something's getting in the way of you making progress on a goal or an objective of yours. And it seems like it's a sudden interruption. Something that unexpected happens that throws you off your game.
Is it possible that you think your wish is not really the wish that it should be? Or that you have, in fact, realize or will realize in this time period that the thing you're wishing for is not what's really going to do it for you?
Indeed.
Okay, I just learned this spread tonight myself.
And the treat is an unexpected happy surprise that you could receive in the month of November. Well, and it's reversed. It's the Lovers reversed. I think what this is saying is that it's possible here you really feel in some way you have to make a choice or move or decision, and you're worried it's the wrong one. But I have a feeling that unexpectedly, whatever decision you make could actually turn this around for you. Or it might be involving something else. Some decision or move you have to make in the month of November. You feel like you made a mistake, you made a bad move. It's actually going to turn out okay for you. That's the surprise.
That's the treat? This is the treat?
Yes, that's the treat.
So explain the concept a little bit so I can ramble.
I will read it again. And
okay, well, you were reading that direction, so I couldn't hear it.
An unexpected happy surprise you could receive. So it's a reversed card. So how would you read that as an unexpected happy surprise?
Well, maybe it's once again about this choice and feeling like you made the wrong choice, but given, some other possibilities or factors, it ends up being the right choice.
The right choice. Something unexpected turns it around. And so I don't know that it's related to the other card. These are just two things that can happen in November for you. So on one hand, your plans towards your goals may not be received, but on the other hand, something else works out for you that you didn't expect would. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Okay, so we're still doing the other reading.
Yeah.
And also Jamie wants a spin for a reading.
Okay, but it's not Jamie's turn. Oh, is it?
I'm sorry, I don't know whose turn we're on.
Nicole's.
I don't know whose turn we're on.
Nicole.
Okay,
What does
sorry.
November look like for me?
So, okay, never mind. I'm really confused.
I
with
said
what
these were bonus card readings.
I understand,
Okay.
but
So
because we forgot with one person, I'm not sure
Oh,
where
I
we're
should
at.
just forget for the whole show?
No, I didn't say that.
All right.
I'm having trouble understanding where we're at in the reading, and thanks for trying to help.
Are you doing the Lenormand? And focus on that.
I don't know if this is the right time to do it or if it goes with the reading.
We're on the reading now.
I'm on drugs is what I'm on.
I think
Violet.
so.
Love is the drug that I'm thinking of. Oh.
Oh man, this deck. So hard to read. It's really such a beautiful deck. It's disappointing they couldn't come up with a better way for my aging eyes. It's the King of Pentacles reversed. It's the Eight of Swords upright. It's the Four of Pentacles upright. So what's happening here?
What was the question?
What's
happening in November?
So basically, I think here's some mismanagement with finances is happening in November, Nicole. Perhaps, I wonder if it's playing into the trick in the other reading. I'm not going to say that for sure, but it's interesting to me because it's almost as if money is holding you back or mismanaging money so that you're having trouble maybe maintaining your nest egg here. I'm thinking that's that Four of Pentacles. There may be things you want, maybe things you wanted to accrue or do with your money, and it's going to be too tight because something wasn't, you weren't paying attention maybe to some critical things. And I think it's going to hold you back. You're going to feel like, I can't do this now. That's that Eight of Swords in there. I'm stuck. I better hold back, and that's what I'm seeing.
Well, a lot of times the Eight of Swords could be a deception you're putting on yourself too. So it may be possible that you're gonna find you're in a situation in November where you feel that you're there because you didn't handle your money or resources correctly, but that may not be the full understanding there. There may be something else, and therefore there is a possibility that it all is not lost, that maybe some of the deception is not realizing you are a little bit better off. What concerns me more maybe is the Five of Pentacles, because that's upright, right?
No, that's the Four.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It's 4.
Mm-hmm.
I see. So it does really look that way then, that this is something you're holding onto, an idea that maybe is not exactly correct. And we sort of saw that with those other cards too, in a way. Being deceived by something or thinking something was something else. So what I'm suggesting, which maybe is a little different from Banshees, is that your miscalculation or possible miscalculation will not really cause real bad things. It might just make you try to conserve more, but that may not really be the total picture. You may be better off than what you think.
Well, it's interesting. Go ahead with those.
Right, it could only make this worse, right? So the whip and broom and the anchor. I hate when those show up together.
Well, you're going to go first because I only make things worse. So go for it.
Well, it seems to me like maybe there's thoughts about two different strategies and they're going to compete. The idea that maybe you have to make swifter decisions because maybe you feel endangered in your resources, but something is saying maybe you should just really hang on for a while, which was kind of what I was thinking too, was like maybe all was not lost. So you may be getting a lot of misleading messages, or different people are saying different things, and you're going to have to really sort through some of that.
Very nice, because when I look at that anchor, I'm thinking to myself, stay where you are right now. You know, don't make any rash, fast maneuvers that could hurt the situation more. It's kind of like try to stabilize things, and maybe, you know, even though the Eight of Swords is sometimes a card of, well, you know, you're just having a lot of self-doubts and, you know, that's clouding your judgment. No, I think what this is saying in this case is you're kind of worried because you don't feel like you've managed your money enough to, you know, to really justify making a certain move or decision at this time. Stay the course. Don't do anything rash. Try to just wait till things settle down. Making sure that, you know, your finances are secure and that you have everything that you need is the most important thing, I think, for the month of November. So good luck with that. I think we'll be on track now. Sorry, I think we've got things straight.
So would you like to do those extra cards before the reading?
Yes, that's the way it would work.
Alrighty.
Because it's just a special reading for the month of November. So.
Okay, so we're doing.
Well, so what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle. Who are we doing next? Is it Jamie? Jamie? Okay, so Jamie wanted to spin. That's the first thing we do. Would you like to spin for. Oh! Would you like to spin first? Did we pick a spot on the wheel that we were going to add?
No, we didn't do anything that we said we were going to do.
I think we're going to make it the Wheel of Fortune.
So we're going to have 3 spots?
Or should we make it the Moon?
Are we going to have 3 spots
Yes.
then? The other 2. Okay, so now there will be 3 spots you can hit on to win. The Moon.
The Moon.
The High Priestess.
High Priestess and the Death
And the Death card.
Yep. All right. Good luck. And it's the Hermit. Sorry, Jamie. You did not win.
All right.
But again, we might be doing this Sunday if we still have stuff to give away. So the first thing you're going to do is the 2 cards for the Trick and the Treat.
Okay, and hopefully you will guide me through that a little bit.
Totally.
Okay. And so this is just for the month ahead?
Yes.
Or, yeah, okay. Okay, so this is the extra cards for your reading, Jamie.
And just so I can guide Mr. O, the trick is first. And the trick is an unexpected situation, event, or move that may disrupt your plans or your life.
It's the reversed 2 of Pentacles.
Well, that could disrupt things a little bit.
Yeah. Things are too busy or things are having a hard time being managed. You may be doing too much. You may have too many irons in the fire.
Well, like the King of Pentacles, reversed but different, Jamie, this is about, you know, just your life being out of balance. It's not just, you know, your workplace per se. It could be your work-life balance that needs some, you know, needs some loving care.
There's an implication that it could also possibly relate to health.
And so, and this might come up suddenly. Suddenly, all of a sudden, maybe the work is piled on, deadlines have come up, maybe you slacked off in some area of your life and now it's come back to haunt you. So, but it's all of a sudden and it's like, oh man, I have to crack the whip now. And so what is the treat?
The treat.
The treat, by the way, is an unexpected, happy surprise you could receive.
It's the reversed 8 of Pentacles.
Wow, time off.
Yeah, it could be that.
It might be just what you need. sometimes when, and I almost feel like these cards do fit together in a way.
In a context, yeah.
You need to find a way to dial it down a little bit so you have more downtime, I think, in the month ahead. So that's what you really have to focus on.
There's an idea, the word unscripting came into my head, like maybe saying, think out of the box in some respects, or just throw away the script and just fly by the seat of your pants in certain situations, maybe.
All right, so now we'll shuffle for the reading.
The regular reading.
Yeah.
And Jamie's question was, what does it mean when my friend says, thank you for being patient and being there when she's distant? Should I write?
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting.
Hey, Cara, I saw your Halloween costume earlier. That looked really neat.
I've been off a lot today, Kara. I missed it. I'll have to see if I can take a look at your page and see it. I mean, I've been online, but I've been posting stuff, so I just haven't pulled it together. I had a lot on my plate today.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
We'll
Should I
talk.
just throw them out there?
Yes.
All right. The first card is the upright Two of Wands. Then we have the Queen of Wands upright. And then we have the upright Two of Cups.
Well,
Interesting.
don't talk yet, because here, you need to see these, I think.
The Creepy Trail. And there's our friend the Ghost Ship
Again.
once again.
Well, it is interesting. She's up to something. I don't know what it is. I see the Two of Cups here, and I think it involves a relationship. Now, you speak about this person being a friend. Is this a friendship only, or are you hoping for something more out of this? That would be my question right now, Jamie. I'm just wondering. The Two of Wands indicates that they're very much into expansion right now and growth. I don't know whether this is in a business or career sense. That Queen of Wands here too also shows somebody who is trying to be noticed and seen. Is she doing this with you to get attention? Or this friend, are they doing it with you to get attention? I don't know.
Okay, thanks for clarifying. It's just about a friendship. But
Okay.
I'm wondering if some of this sort of represents the idea that they just are very busy. The Two of Wands could be, and the Queen of Wands could be saying, this is a dynamic personality who's machinating something. They're in a manifestation mode. So you would know better than us, but that is a possibility. The only thing that's an outlier on that is maybe the Two of Cups, because maybe what she's busy with is working on a relationship. And I don't know about you, Jamie, but I know some of us have had friends who we thought, oh, this is my best friend, until they find their special friend. Then you're a fair weather friend sometimes.
Yeah, that's true with relationships. I can't rule that out, but I also wonder here if this is saying that your friendship is secure. That maybe there is a bond here. That when she's saying when they're saying thanks for being patient with me, they're really grateful because they do value, you as a friend. I think that's highly possible with that card being here. But I will say this, that they're moving towards making some sort of decision. I don't know if this is about you or if this is about, as Mr. O said, something else that is going on in their life right now.
So I'd like you to clarify that too, that you've never met them physically, but you have a strong friendship that's based on how you do communicate. I can see that there because, the Wands are about networking too. This is probably a really dynamic person that you like networking with. I get that, I guess.
So it's hard to say.
I don't know, I mean, if I guess 2 weeks on the internet could be 2 years, when you don't hear from somebody, because we get used to that idea that communication can be nearly instantaneous.
Well, I don't know. We could do a quick yes/no on that,
Maybe.
Jamie.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll do that real quick and see. This person seems very preoccupied with stuff right now.
That's a
and
good...
is definitely into their appearances in some way. How they appear to others. Let's take a look. Let's do a quick
we're going to do
yes/no.
the specific question, should you just move on to other friends as far as, the talking, hanging out stuff?
Right.
You're welcome. Do you want to shuffle too?
No.
All righty.
No, you can handle it. I trust. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Oh, silly little boy. Yes, you are.
All right. Should you move on to another friend for talk, etc.? Leaning towards no. We have one ace, the Ace of Cups. Our other two cards are Justice upright and the reversed Four of Wands. So there's a little misleading there, but not really, because Four of Wands reversed is not necessarily very different.
No. I think here that give this time is basically what this is saying. Maybe things will even out. Maybe communications will eventually even out. I feel like with the Justice card here, with the Four of Wands reversed, it just indicates that this is maybe not a completely stable time for this person, but it's not a bad time. It's just that they may be, they may have a lot on their plate right now. They may just be trying to do too much. Maybe even as far as communicating with others goes.
Yeah, I think that the idea of Justice with that Four of Wands, even though reverse, gives sort of an idea that there is a foundation, that there is something strong that it's built on, principles, if you want to look at it that way. And so this may be that they are just in a busy time, like I possibly thought could be possible, or they just need space for themselves right now. It could be they're dealing with something that they're not able to talk to too many people about at all.
Well, if you're not compatible, you're a talker, they're not, that might be something you want to consider. But the bottom line is that I think that the cards are saying, give us a little bit more time. It may not be everything that you had hoped it would be, but it's not going to be bad for you if you give it a chance to, maybe stabilize more.
Maybe at least a month closer to the holiday season.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And clearly don't spend all your time just waiting for this person. Go on with your life and go on with your other friends, I think here that's a given. But give this person a little more time before you shut that door. All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. And who's next? We got a spin, I think, right, Jennifer? All right. Magician. I wonder if we could add like many spokes to this thing and we still won't give things away.
I'm going to see what I can do here.
Okay.
Ah!
Wow.
I know that was extreme, right?
Do we need a new tripod maybe?
No, it's the camera. The camera is not supposed
I see
to...
that.
It just doesn't stay very still.
And here I thought it was just a tripod thing.
No,
Okay.
it's not. I've told you this before.
All right.
You don't listen to me.
Then we need a new camera.
Well, maybe. I don't know that that's really what we need.
All right, so sorry, Jennifer, you did not win, but we're doing 2 extra cards for you today. So I'm going to get my deck and do that. We're going to show the trick and the treat for November for you. I'll do that while Mr. O is playing there.
Play, play, play.
Play, play, play. Oh. All right. Let me cut them.
Hurricane. It's an ill will that
let me
blows.
tell you, it's incredibly windy out there today. Incredibly. All right, the trick. Well, it's the 8 of Pentacles upright. I think
We're getting this a lot today.
Yeah, but it's
reversed
upright.
or otherwise, yes.
it's going to be a busy month. You know, November getting closer to the holidays, it gets busy. I will say this, Jennifer. Why is that the trick? Because I think maybe unexpectedly, you know, whatever plans or whatever goal you're working on or whatever you hope to accomplish in the month of November is going to require more work than you thought. That's the trick. And it's going to suddenly dawn on you that, oh my gosh, I got to put in more hours or more effort to get what I want.
There's a slight bright side because the trick could also be saying too, this is really something that you have actually done before. You might just need to do a mental review and realize that some of this is about routines or whatever that will come back to you, you know.
My cards are reversed.
The
Everything
treat.
I'm doing. The treat. The treat is the Page of Pentacles. This is interesting.
Reversed?
Yes, reversed. This is interesting too because, of course, as a treat, what could that be? I think something that you wanted to begin or start, and it may not be related to that where the work is
The
involved.
first card.
I'm wondering too, like it could be, for example, maybe you were supposed to go on a date with someone new. This is just an example. And it doesn't turn out. They canceled. It doesn't turn out for you. It's really going to be a blessing in disguise. So it could also be if you were applying for a job. Maybe you didn't get the job, but you find out later it would have never been a good thing for you.
Yeah, I can't add more to that. It feels like it's some sort of letter or invite. It might even be, you know, something that maybe looks like it's like some sort of study date, like you and somebody are going to do research on something, but then it doesn't work out and you find out that it's better that it didn't.
It's better that it didn't. And especially if you have to put more work into something that's really important
because I saw
to you
what you
at
said
this
there.
time. I don't know if you heard that, but anyway, what you, you know, you have other things you need to work on, obviously. So whatever this is, I think you can let it go.
Right.
All right, that's that. So let's get to your question. And that was, what does November look like for me? Also, for those of you on social media, that follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram, I will be posting a portal card tomorrow, my Oracle of Portals, to see what portal we are traversing in. And of course, Mr. O posts them on YouTube now. What portal we will be entering for the Halloween season, which lasts till, of course, Yule. So. Now, I want to remind everybody, which we haven't yet, Mercury is going retrograde in November. Well, this is interesting, Jennifer. What does November hold for you? The Fool is upright. The Queen of Swords is reversed. Ooh, and the Hermit is reversed.
The Mountain. And the Letter.
Oh, is that about the invitation that you mentioned in the trick and treat?
Yeah. Well, you did too, didn't you?
Well,
Or
you
something?
mentioned it would be a letter. It sounded like a
Okay,
document.
you're right. I did.
specifically.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, that's interesting. So I think there is some new. There is something. A new what?
I said hi to Claudia.
Oh, hi, Claudia. There's some new adventure or thing going on for you in November. There's something that maybe you want to take a chance at, a risk at doing. The Queen of Swords is reversed here, though. So even though the Fool is upright, you have to ask yourself if this is worth the risk. You have to be careful of the choices and decisions you make in regards to this. I'm going to hold off on the Hermit because I'm
Well,
not sure.
I agree with her
here.
so far. I think there is something unexpected opportunity or risky chance to do something that comes up. It feels good, but you realize there is a core of risk there, and that is about the idea that it involves you maybe making a decision or choice about something that others may not appreciate. So in other words, you are probably doing something that's better for yourself or good for yourself as you see or understand it, but others are maybe going to have a hard time with that. And of course, that could change your status quo one way or the other with the Hermit there, with those people or with situations in general.
I don't know why, but and this is not what I usually say for the Hermit reversed. But when I saw the Hermit reversed in relation to the Queen of Swords reversed there, I thought to myself, you might have to make a difficult decision, and you might make the wrong decision because you really need more information. You probably need some more information because if you just do it spontaneously like the Fool likes to do without thinking first, it may come back to haunt you.
Unintended consequences.
Yeah,
So
that's
yes.
how I fit that together. I was thinking that's how that.
I think that's right. And so, of course, that does take us maybe towards the Hermit saying, did you really analyze or think through the various scenarios enough? You might not have really, because maybe, you let other more surface thoughts influence you rather than some deeper thoughts.
So this might come through a communication of some sort. Oftentimes it means a physical letter, but in this day and age where everybody is doing things by email, chat, electronically, etc., it could be that too. And there's challenges here. There's obstacles. It seems as though whatever this is, it could cause more trouble, I feel, than it's worth. The Fool stands alone here as being the positive card. It looks like there's a lot stacking up against it. So I would be very, very leery of making any risky maneuvers right now, particularly since Mercury's in flux, right?
With the final two, the Lenormand?
Well, yeah. Well, with all of it, really.
Okay, well, with all of it, because I didn't get to the specific Lenormand there.
Go ahead.
But I think that is saying really that invitation that I mentioned probably looks like it's a way out of this or it's a way around this, and it may not be too. It may actually be just another way of getting you right into the mix of it. So watch for that, I guess.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. All right.
All right. And Mary is up, and Mary has previously won from us, so we're still working on that, but don't worry, we got your message and we know what to do. Or did we send it already? I don't even remember. We're sort of...
Right now, we're a little scattered, so we apologize. All right, so who is up?
Didn't. All right. I checked my notes.
What is Spirit trying to tell me? I keep having crazy dreams. All right, that sounds like my reading, right, for that? So give me my cards and get your deck, and let's go.
Well, aren't we doing the trick or treat?
Yes, but you have to do it with your deck.
I know. Okay.
Do that. Yeah, that's right, Mary the Aries. We're going to draw 2 cards for you in the beginning for the trick and treat you might be receiving in November.
And I'm going to use the Muerte Tarot for that. Tarot de Santa Muerte.
And hey, Claudia, what do you think about Green Bay and the Lions? I have a feeling this is going to be a tough matchup. And I'll get to watch it because it's after 4 on Sunday. Woohoo!
That's your reading.
I don't like
right?
Green Bay either. Yeah. They've had like grudge matches for years.
Okay, here I go.
All right. So what is your dreams trying to tell you?
First card. I'm sorry, I'm just having a hard time with my eyes here. Whoa! It's the reversed 5 of Swords.
Jeez. Oh, Mary.
I really wanted to be sure of that one.
Well, we have the 5 of Swords in Libra's reading, but this is reversed.
Did we already do the trick or treat?
Oh, we didn't. It's the trick or treat. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're right. This is the trick. Oh my gosh, for November. Be wary of confrontations. Try not to adopt a confrontational attitude in November. The trick is that somebody may want to start an argument with you and you can't win. So walk away from this. Just do it because, upright or reverse, this is a card of a no-win situation. And I feel as the trick, somebody's going to try to embroil you in an argument or maybe get you involved in an argument they're having with someone else. Don't bite.
I have a slight feeling that this is probably coming from something you expect, but the rest of the message is pretty much what Banshee says. There is this chance of somebody trying to really get in your face over something, and the sooner you can remove yourself from it, the better.
And I'm sorry, I jumped the gun. Go ahead. What is the treat?
The treat is the reverse Knight of Pentacles.
Okay, the treat is the reverse Knight of Pentacles. I think here that actually not getting something done or accomplished this month might actually work in your favor. Sometimes delays or, things that don't come through for you happen for a reason. This may be something maybe that you were hoping would come through financially or business-wise or maybe even health-wise. But putting off something sometimes actually works to your advantage. And I think here that's the treat, is that suddenly you'll realize, well, I don't really have to do this right now, and I don't think it's a good idea to do it right now, whatever it is. I think you'll know when it comes up.
I think there's a slight bonus factor too, that maybe you'll realize you didn't have the energy for it anyways, whatever this is.
Yeah.
And so that actually it's a blessing in disguise of sorts that you can actually kind of pull back and chill for a little bit.
Wow, you have come through with that one.
All right, so let's do the regular reading then.
Now the regular reading. This is about your dream.
This is about your dream.
Hopefully. I'm not sure. Boy, I have not been dreaming this season at all much, which is surprising to me. I usually do. But I've been sleeping great. So, I'll take that.
The reverse Knight of Wands. So,
well, it might be telling you that something that's going to be really disappointing is coming. Something that is going to challenge your ability to how do I want to say this? Your ability to handle things in a calm manner. The Knight of Wands reverse sometimes can be very aggressive, can get angry, when things aren't going their way. And so I feel here there is something that could anger you. And it's interesting because I wonder if it's tying into that energy of that reversed Five of Swords. But that's sort of what I'm feeling.
That's a pretty good point. I was going to say this a little bit differently. I have a feeling that this card says Spirit feels you're going to have to try harder to be braver or harder to be more confident, that the challenge or the situation coming to you may make you feel like you should back down. But if you do, that's not going to be good. You have to try to find your inner... Spirit wants you to find more inner bravery and confidence.
I'll go back to this card because there's something I want to add, but I want to see why this is important first, I think.
Why is it important? It's the reversed Page of Cups. And it could be that maybe there's something really deep down in there that you're not getting at. It could be something that maybe Spirit feels you should sense in some way, or that some signs should show this to you. It is probably... It could be about human feelings, human emotions between others and yourself. I don't know why, but I get the feeling like maybe this is not about you on that level, but that maybe somehow you have a role as an arbitrator between other people's feelings or situations. Just a thought.
This is going to be a really odd reading. And again, I think I want to say something else, but I want to hold off till I see all the cards. But I will say about this, so why is this important? And why are your dreams important maybe? Why are these dreams important? Because I think here that they're trying to stop you from being blindsided. You're not going to see something coming. And your dreams are warning you about this, And I think it has...
I like it.
I think it has... Well, I'm leaning towards it having to do with something to do with somebody's aggressive action or anger, whether it's yours or someone else's.
And that was the thing that we saw in the trick and treat area.
And so where is this leading?
I think it's going to be okay. It's the upright high priestess.
Oh, well, I think things are going to become clear. I think, finally things will become clear, but it almost seems like you're going to get blindsided first, I think, and then some clarity about how you need to handle things will come through. The High Priestess is a good card to have, I think, in this case.
Yeah, this is really saying that whatever this process is, kind of the Spirit wants you to realize there is something to understand, and you just have to be diligent, really, about paying attention to that.
And I think that High Priestess card is saying these dreams, as crazy as they are, may be coming from your higher self. And, oftentimes they're hard to interpret what it is, but I think there's some warning here. And I almost can't help but wonder, since that Five of Swords came up as the trick in the other reading, if it isn't saying there's going to be some sort of argument or fight or anger being unleashed at something going on here in your life. And whether it's addressed at you or you are addressing it outward to somebody else is the question. Let me... Okay, we have the Mountain Gate. And we have the stars. So, this is, I would say, be hopeful. Be hopeful in that you can overcome this issue. just be hopeful that things can work themselves out. And I almost think it is going to be through something that, you're going to come up with an epiphany or a way to handle the situation that maybe will put it to rest.
The process of something that is maybe more of a physical, semi-mundane deal that you're going through actually will have deeper ramifications, probably because the high priestess was there. But I think whatever you're about to discover or realize from your dreams or from how spirit helps you interpret them will basically advance you spiritually and help move you beyond other things that maybe are blocks or obstacles in your life. So this whole thing is really about you maybe preparing yourself for another challenge that will probably push you over the edge on that.
So maybe also what Spirit is saying here is try not to move too fast towards things or aggressively either. Maybe this dream is about that you need to kind of slow it down and process things more till things become more clear. And also don't jump the gun on these dreams until you can possibly find the way to connect the dots here. But I would say that there is hope that you're going to be able to overcome whatever this dream is throwing at you. I think it's maybe a little bit unsettling. I can see that here from some of these cards. And also it's about acting too rashly, whether it's emotionally, allowing your emotions to get unbalanced, or in dealing with somebody else, or if somebody else is pushing you, don't allow yourself to be pushed until you have the clarity you need to move forward.
All right.
Sheesh. Talk about a complicated reading. Good luck with that. All right, we're on Shirley. Hi, Shirley. Okay, we'll just do the reading. And of course, we'll do the trick and treat first. Okay, Shirley, this is for the month of November. What trick might you encounter in November, and what treat? Sonny, you just... I have no room. None. All right.
Shirley, are you getting a spin? A chance to win a reading or a card or deck.
She will take a spin.
Alrighty. And that's going to be my call.
Yep.
You're very welcome.
It's the world.
All right.
So
Not
sorry you did not win. All right. But I have your trick card here. Oh, you're not going to believe this. What would it be? What have we been getting a lot of?
Eight of Pentacles.
Nobody wants to work in November. That's
Nobody
the
wants
trick.
to work. That's the trick.
Surely, it just seems as though... I think I've said this before, and I really think it holds true for this card in this position. The trick is you have to put more work into something than you thought you would have to. If something is just going to require more effort on your part to make a go of something, and maybe you'll have to, it's also a matter of getting more information or knowledge or skills to get something done. But whatever the case may be, you're going to need to put in a few more hours on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish.
And I'm seeing like a side consequence of the trick here. because when I look at Edgar Allan Poe, he looks like he's sad and lonely. It's November. He should be getting ready for the holidays, looking at Thanksgiving dinner offerings. But no, he has to work more. So the amount of time that maybe you find you're distracted by mundane work kind of matters is less time for you to enjoy yourself or enjoy the company of others, etc.
Well, we have I dropped the card. We have a real treat here for a change. It's the world. The world is the treat. So what happy surprise could come your way? Well, guess what? I bet that hard work you're going to put in will pay off and you'll finally get something completed.
Cool.
You'll complete a cycle. You'll complete something you were working on. And it's almost like it's going to happen all of a sudden. It's like you're putting in this work. You're wondering if you're ever going to get this resolved or finished or done. And suddenly, bam, it's there. It's
This
done.
was the treat, right?
Yep.
Well, you should read what Shirley writes there. So that's great. You know, some of us really do feel uplifted by the amount of work we do. So the treat seems to be realizing that something sort of comes full way around again. It's not saying like this is the end of a cycle so much as saying like you've completed a cycle and you realize you have a routine now. You have a pathway forward. You know, you have a pathway that also gives you a sense of feeling like you are perfecting yourself. And so that's the treat too.
All right, let's do the reading now.
So now you're reading. Well, it is Halloween, you know.
Okay, so what will your business, will my business be improving from now until the next 6 months? Okay, let's see. I mean, we could do a yes, no, but I think we'll throw 3 on this
We could
one.
always do it if we need to later.
Yeah. Okay, the High Priestess is reversed. The Two of Cups is upright. Temperance is reversed. I want to see the Lenormand. Ooh.
And in Lenormand, we get the ship that goes
That's been coming
psychedelic
up a
on
bit.
us. And the ring.
Well, the High Priestess is reversed. I want to skip that one for a minute. I want to go right to Temperance and the Two of Cups. I think the I want to start with the Two of Cups. So are you working on your own or do you have a business partner, Shirley? Because I feel here, if not a business partner, something needs to be better integrated in order for you to achieve the success you want in the 6-month period. So I don't know what that means exactly. Sometimes I could look at this card, obviously, it's a card of love and romance and relationships, but it's also about partnerships, collaborations, working with somebody else who might be able to help you stimulate your business growth. Or I could also look at this as the idea of integrating something that needs to be integrated. You know, something that either you're not doing that needs to be added.
All on their own. No
Okay.
partner.
All right, whatever. Thank you. But so that's why I was giving the other option there for integration. And I feel here that maybe there is something There's some missing component yet that you have to pull into this, because temperance is here and showing there's a lack of balance somewhere that needs to be addressed in order for you to proceed. And right now, I'll add the high priestess in because I just thought of it, and then I'll stop there. It seems as though you might not be able to see it clearly for yourself right now, but I have a feeling as the 6 months goes on, you will. Go ahead.
Well, you've indicated that things seem to be moving in a good direction. You like the busy factor. So I get that. I get the feeling that maybe this card could be saying some of what Banshee says, but I have a slightly different feeling. It could be saying really collaborations with yourself or with others are possible here. I'm not sure if I'm getting the full picture. I mean, to me, that High Priestess reverse could be talking about things that sort of have a more common sense approach, and that maybe these things feel like there's... I'm having a hard time getting to it.
The High Priestess?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was giving me a little problem too.
Maybe I need to skip it like you did.
Well, I did go back to it by saying that I felt that you just can't see it right now. Nothing is coming to you as to what it is that can ensure your business is going to improve in 6 months. But I feel that you're going to find it. Something is not balanced right. And maybe it's the way that you can meet your customers and clients, get them what they really want. Maybe it's something there, something that, can pull more clients in.
Okay, I like that. I mean, I do feel like Temperance Reverse does represent the idea that something is not quite there in terms of maybe how you really want to see that. And maybe that's where the High Priestess comes in, because that could be about how you're envisioning it. And although you're seeing success here, you're sort of not seeing an envisionment of really where you want it to go or really where you think it could go. And maybe that is the realization that there's still something that isn't quite there yet. I want to jump to the Lenormand because I'm actually getting maybe a little bit more from them, and the idea that you're realizing or will realize things are moving in the right direction, and you want to keep yourself committed to that. So this may also be about finding that there is a particular part of what you're doing that is routine or has a routine or strategy to it, and you want to figure out ways to keep that going. Some of that is about a movement thing too, like maybe it's not about moving the business, but about maybe finding a way to move people's expectations of what they can get.
Commit yourself to continually moving the business forward. Commit yourself towards moving towards attracting more clients and customers. And when I think about it, that Two of Cups is about that. There's, especially if you want customers to continue to return. For example, if you're in a business where you don't want them to just come once, you want them to come back again. And so in order for them to want to do so, you have to give them what they want and commit yourself to moving it forward. So correct any imbalances that might be there and understand that I think things may be good now and things could continue to be good, but if you can figure out a way to really bring it all together, I think you have to look at what's going on with your business now and ask yourself some questions. Why are things so good right now? And how can I ensure that that continues? I think that's where that High Priestess reversed comes in. I think here maybe you're not making that kind of connection yet. And once you study, what are these people, what are they like? Maybe you need to do a survey of the customers who have come in and say, how did you like things? Or your clients, what could we do better? Or will you come back again? And, kind of gauge the answers from there so you can understand how you can move forward and keep this momentum going.
I like what you said there. It kind of was moving with a thought I had, and I'm just wondering if maybe with the High Priestess and the Temperance situations there, that some of this is about you not feeling a level of being impressed with this yet. Like you sort of feel like this is a gig, but you haven't felt that it impressed you enough to really say this will always be what you do. So maybe it's about saying you're not sure how much more or what else more you want to invest in it.
Hey, Violet, I think we're going to cut the list off after Mysterious Queen because it's 8:20. So, and we're doing extra cards tonight. So,
I agree.
Why don't you put the list as posted up when you have a chance?
All right.
So I think that's what we have for you. I hope some of that made sense. And that's why I'm thinking, whatever's going on now, if it seems to be working, maybe see if you can build on that in some way. I think, definitely asking your clients for, their opinions might help here because they'll help you envision better what more you need to do or what else you could do to attract new clients.
But I like what you said there, though, Shirley, because the thing is it sounds like sometimes they want to take advantage of you. So maybe you have to be really specific about a survey or any kind of questioning there.
Sure.
Because you don't want them to think necessarily you're going to give them everything. I get it.
That's
Or I think
what we
I do.
have for you. All right.
All right.
All right, who's next? No spin, because Kara. Okay.
Number 2 she wants.
Reading number 2. Okay. Let me get it.
And after Kara's reading, you might want to mention those things again because of a few new people in the room.
Right, but most of them are given questions already, I think.
Oh.
There's got to be a better way to do it, and I'll figure it out for next time. But reading number 2 is the one created by me, the past life reading. Okay, 3-card look at a past life. All right, I'm going to pull that up because I have it right here. It's called the I've Been Here Before mini past life spread. So it's basically 3 cards, Mr. O.
You're welcome, Shirley.
The first one will be just general info on the past life.
And
Oh, man.
And I am using the Vlad Dracula Tarot.
Did we use my deck last time?
I think we did.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Then go ahead. I could have sworn Yes, you're right. Now I remember. The only thing is, where did Oh, they're under here. No, they're not.
So this is the trick or treat?
Yes.
All
The
right.
trick or treat first for Kara. And then I'll try to get your attention again so I can tell you what the spread is about. All right. I was trying, but you interrupted. Sorry, Sonny. You cannot have my
You're welcome.
Lenormand.
All right, so using the Vlad Dracula Tarot, I am doing Kara's trick or treat add-on to the reading. So here is the trick, Kara. The thing that may work against you or something like that.
The trick is an unexpected situation, event, or move that may disrupt your plans or life.
Well, this is unexpected. It's Agent Provocateur, Knight of Swords. It's an upright knight.
Well, it's a decision that maybe suddenly comes up that you have to make, and it's tricky. It may be a tricky one. It may be one that you don't even want to make, but you're going to have to make the decision, Kara.
I don't necessarily know that it is a decision because it is the knight, but it is about basically some sense of an action that has to be completed.
Okay.
So that could be
part of it too, an action or a move, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course that you might feel it's not coming at the right time, or you might be wondering about the bad consequences of it, that kind of thing.
So what's the treat?
The treat is the upright 7 of coins.
Well, guess what? I actually think they fit. They fit together. Because I think the treat is you have to make this decision, but maybe you're going to have time to do so. You're going to be able to step back and have time to do so.
I like it.
It's almost as if somebody puts you on the spot, or, some situation puts you on the spot, whether, like as Mr. O said, you have to make a move or take an action, or you have to make a decision. And the Seven of Coins is saying, but, surprise, you're going to be able to postpone it. The treat is you're going to find a way to be able to postpone it till you better understand what you need to do.
There either is no deadline, or it is something that sort of has an open ending, and that you're doing it, the action to do it doesn't have to happen immediately.
And so it's really interesting as they sort of cancel each other out in a way.
Happy Halloween.
So good luck with that.
All right, so the number 2 reading.
The number 2 reading is basically about Mr. O past life, and we're just doing 3 cards. The first one will be general information about the past life, and then what major challenges or opportunities, if it's a positive card, that they may have faced, and what's the karmic lesson learned from that lifetime. So we're going to see what we get in 3 cards, plus Lenormand, Kara.
All right, so the first card is the reversed 6 of Wands.
You suffered a defeat in that life. I think this is a life where, you seem to have a lot of failed, false starts, maybe not a lot of support for what you were trying to do. I think here this is somebody who is maybe, it could be somebody who is leading a rebellion. I'm just throwing that out there. It could be somebody who was protesting something, some mistreatment, and, there was no support. It could even be a battle. You might have been a warrior in a battle, and I feel here that you suffered a loss, a defeat.
You didn't give a damn about your bad reputation. Well, maybe you did, but you absolutely had some sort of bad reputation.
People wouldn't support you.
People didn't like
you were
you
trying to do, and you felt it.
Or there was gossip about you, or things like that.
So what was the obstacles or opportunities?
And because of that, you were pretty much a wild child. You were the Hierophant reversed.
Did I say rebellion in the beginning?
You didn't care about the norms of society. You probably were some sort of rabble-rouser. You probably were somebody who was a radical against the established order.
Against the machine. I like it. So you were, a rebel. And that was the first thing I said. How did I know he'd pull the Hierophant reverse?
Just because you don't do
crazy.
What everybody else does, that's no reason why we can't give you all our love.
So remember, this was the challenge or opportunity you faced. And I would say here, you were basically somebody who challenged authority, and you paid a price for that. I think it all kinds of time pulls together there.
I'm feeling kind of a masculine energy. I'm thinking you were male in this life.
I do too.
So not necessarily a concubine.
And so, what were the karmic lessons taken away?
Be strong. Be brave.
Wow.
Stick it to them before it is stuck back to you.
I think this is just saying speak truth to power. I think is the message you took away from that life is, maybe you lost, but if you stood for your principles and what you believed in, was it really a lost life? No, it was unfortunate. Maybe you lost the battle, but ultimately you won the war because you stayed true to your truth. Your own authentic truth.
There was some victory for you in this life. There was some great victory, at least measurable by how you would measure that or by how most people would measure it. What are we doing?
I'm not going to repeat it. But that's funny, Kara.
You were a eunuch. No, wait, you weren't a eunuch. Okay.
So let me pull the Lenormand. Not Lenormand. Sorry.
I know that. I was making room for them.
So that was an interesting reading, the way that came out, Kara. I mean, we can't give you an exact time frame, you know. This may be something you'll want to explore further in another reading, perhaps, with us. So we'll see. Well, look at here, though. It's Lady Pumpkinhead. And she was a witch.
Uh-oh.
The witch is the broom, right?
The broom, right.
Yeah. So, I think, too, in this lifetime, I'm just going to say it, because me and Mr. O both think you were masculine in this lifetime. But that doesn't mean there wasn't a lady there. However, there may have been some struggles in this relationship. The broom sometimes speaks of arguments and stuff too. This person might have swept out of your life as quickly as they came in. And maybe it was because they couldn't withstand the pressures that were, that were being put on you, which ultimately they had to deal with.
Oh,
too.
wait, I get it.
Uh-oh.
You were Joan of Arc. You were a woman masquerading as a man. That's why Lady Pumpkinhead is there. That's the victory, the out of the social order. It all makes sense. You were Joan of Arc. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
I suppose that would deserve a yes-no someday, but I would just hazard to say oftentimes we think we're great people in history and we're usually stable keepers, right?
Yes. Right. Nobody is ever a street cleaner. They're always, Pharaoh Ramses the second or whatever.
So, at any rate, I thought this was kind of interesting, Kara. So much of your warrior Norsis nature. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Kara.
Thanks for picking a reading. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. That's why we make these readings, so that you guys can give us a laugh.
Well, and you guys can explore other things besides, your everyday questions. Sometimes people want to do something different. So we offer them out there. I just wish there was a better way to do it. Maybe I will talk to Violet about that in the future and we'll figure it out. Okay.
Christine wants question number 1. And of course, Christine was one of our previous winners and has acknowledged receipt of her gift. Thank you.
Awesome.
We're so
glad you got it, Christine. Came in one piece. All right, so question.
Yeah, that was fun, Kara.
So
You'll always be Joan of Arc to me.
Number 1. Oh, that's awesome, too, because number 1, I believe, is Spirit of Tarot's, right? Yes, the Ghostly Encounters spread by Spirit of Tarot. I really like this reading, so I'm going to pull up her spreads. It's your deck or mine? It's mine, isn't it?
It's your deck.
Cancel. Why are you doing
Chris.
that? Hold on. I'm making a bad blunder here. Okay. I want to just pull up. There it is.
And of course, we are back on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. our regular show. Since we probably won't have gotten rid of the decks, we will give one more stab at getting rid of decks and or readings on Sunday show. So if you haven't won,
come back.
Come back. But we will also be doing our happy hour at 10 a.m. Saturday morning. Come by and get a free, positive, uplifting message. No bad messages for everyone in our chat room.
All right, it's interesting too, Christine, because I picked my Ghost and Spirit Tarot cards to use for this, but we're going to do the trick and treat for you for November 1st.
Thank you, Violet. Yep.
I think you'll like this reading, Mr. O. It's pretty cut and dry. Let's do this first, the trick and the treat. Oh. Well, the trick is the Ace of Wands reversed. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
So something that you thought was a sure thing, Christine, maybe something new you were going to get involved in, or if it's a new career opportunity, whatever the case may be, is not, the trick is it suddenly just disappears. It doesn't happen. It's
Right, if you were expecting something to start, a side project of some sort, or even a bigger project, there's a delay going on here. It's not clear that it won't start at all. It just might be bad timing, like, November, everybody's trying to get ready
and
for the
Mercury
holidays
retrograde.
and stuff. And Mercury retrograde. So it could be something that is, in fact, affected by Mercury retrograde. It could lie in the realms of networking or things like that, building confidences with people.
The treat.
The treat is judgment, and it's upright.
Well, the treat might be, I don't know if you have another competition scheduled for November, like you've been doing, those competitions. You will be judged really well, favorably if that's the case. That could be the treat. You might surprise yourself at how well, your performance was received. But failing that, I would also say that the treat might be something comes up that totally transforms your world in some way. It makes you want to do something different now. It makes you want to maybe reawaken something that you've let lie dormant for a while.
Judgment is a eureka moment. So if
Yeah.
it didn't pertain to the idea that all of a sudden somebody said, Christine, you've won the regional competition, blah, 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 in your area, that's an epiphany, but it could be something of that sort or something of another sort, that just something you didn't really think would be so important is much more important than what you might have thought. And so we could just look at it from that point of view. Maybe you hear from a relative or person that you really didn't think you were going to hear from, and it's good news. It could be any number of things, but the key idea, I suppose, is that it is to some degree unexpected.
She's competing November 2nd. Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. Keep us posted. Let's do the rest of her reading now. Take
right.
those back.
Yes.
All right, so this reading is got 3 cards: the veil, the spirit guide, and the message. And so so we'll see what comes through here. Basically, the veil is about what you need to know as you reach out to the other side. At this time of year, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing something with one of my decks after the show tonight, after I get some of my regular work done. So what you need to know as you reach out to the other side is the first question, Mr. O. And it's the Hanged Man reversed. Hi, Mr. O. It's the Hanged Man reversed. Did you hear what the question was?
No.
Okay, again, what you need to know is you reach out to the other side.
Okay.
And it's the Hanged Man reversed. So I'm going to do these cards one at a time, I think, because there's positions. So I think what it's saying is that the time to... What you need to know as you reach out to the other side is don't hold anything back. Don't hold anything back. Reach out openly, honestly, and be willing to accept, what is being said. Don't close your mind to it. Remain open to the messages you're going to receive.
I think the Hangman Reverse says things are going to be pretty straightforward, that you won't really have to probe into more esoteric or deeper mysteries involved with this conversation or dialogue you may have, but things will be pretty straightforward. You will understand perspective as well as any nuance.
Nice. All right. So the spirit guide represents a spirit guide or ancestral spirit who may be reaching out to you with wisdom and guidance. And it's the world. Does this mean an earthbound spirit?
Well, it could mean that. It could mean that maybe there is a presence around you, maybe due to whatever kind of spiritual work you do in your life, just a simple meditation whenever, or whatever you do has maybe attracted the energy of an earthbound spirit. But in a more maybe, worldly sense, this could just be saying powers and forces of the natural world sort of understand you. I mean, there are nature spirits in our world that we could consider them earthbound spirits. Usually,
I wondered, could it be an earth spirit, an earth elemental?
Yeah, I think more likely maybe this is talking about elementals, and I know why. Because there's always the four corners that are sort of representing the four elementals. Yes, bingo.
Yeah.
So you seem to have a lot of natural forces around you
that you can tap into at this particular time. It seems like there's some message there for you.
Okay.
And so the final one is basically it uncovers the message or insight your spirit guide is offering you. So what are these earth elementals? What are they offering you? Wow.
King of Wands.
I think here they might be saying, and what's so interesting about that card, just seeing that tree there and that hanged man, and the other one, it's just really kind of an interesting reading. I think here what it's telling you is that your spirit guide is trying to help you master something in your life, master a skill, master something, whether it's what you're doing, your training and your martial arts training. They want you to they're helping you, they're aiding you with this, and they are saying you can be a master at what you're doing right now, and people will be looking up to you as a real leader.
Call on them for that inspiration to be that totally confident, brave, charming person that you are. You're going to charm the pants off of them at your competition, perhaps, or in general. And so now I want to throw out those Lenormands, which I find to be interesting.
Is your father an earth sign by chance? Or was?
Well, the elemental signs are all of those kind of qualities, so hey, you never know. The scythe.
He was a Pisces. Okay.
And the house. And of course, the house is right in the path of the scythe's blade.
Oh, it is facing it. Okay.
Right.
Well,
it almost sounds like maybe a sense of removing yourself from the earthly situation, the house, in a way of piercing the veil with your magic scythe or alchemy.
Right. I think what it's saying is you are in a comfortable position to do this right now. So if you want to commune with these guides, they may have some real messages to offer you in regards to mastering your skills and your talents right now. They really feel like they want to support you in this. And you might, maybe the scythe is there because you might be feeling a little bit vulnerable right now, that you're not as safe and secure as you would like to be in some area of your life. But I think your guides are saying here, you're ready for some kind of upgrade here. That's that King of Wands.
I agree.
That's what we have for you. I hope you enjoyed Spirit of Tarot's reading. I really like the way
Good luck on November 2nd.
Put this one together. Good luck with that.
And now we're on Chile. What can I look forward to, particularly with AM? And I'm going to use the Crow's Magic Tarot, and we will do the trick or treat.
Yes. And this is for Sile?
You are right, Banshee, Christine says.
Oh, good. I like being right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Good feedback. And good luck. I really like that reading. I have one that sort of pierces the veil, but I think this one was better, and that's why I didn't choose mine. I thought,
You're
let's
very
use
welcome. You're always welcome.
Spirit of Tarots.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
All right. So for Sheila, the trick for November, the thing you might have to watch out for, it's the Nine of Cups reversed.
Again.
So it's possible that maybe something you really were expecting in November comes with a mixed blessing, or you don't get it at all, or maybe you find out it really isn't what you needed or what you desired after all.
Well, it's the trick. So I feel here that basically you were expecting something to come through for you, something you really wanted, and unfortunately it's either delayed or it's not going to work out the way you had thought it would. That's the trick. And it's going to come up all of a sudden that you find this out sometime in November.
Right, it's just the way it is. So
It's
what is
the
the
truth.
treat for November? And it's also reversed. It's the reversed Eight of Wands.
Okay, well, I think the treat will be that and it's really is a treat in a way, you're going to need a retreat. You're just going to need to dial it down a little bit. And so you're going to realize that this isn't a time to throw your energy out there on so many different things. You need to pull some back. You need to replenish your energy reserves and give yourself some time to unwind.
Well, the treat for November may be, and it may be considering the first card, you might just feel
Maybe.
like you're done for now. You need to retreat. You need to rest in some way. The Eight of Wands is sort of like coming to a full stop.
It could be saying, if they are related, I like that in a way, because it could be saying that the treat is that you realize you need to put your energy into other things now. And that
Right.
might be the
The
treat.
Eight of Wands reverse could be saying you realize you didn't meet the target or goal you thought you were.
Yeah. So let's go on with the reading,
All right, so back to your regular reading question then.
which I did pull that for
What can you look forward to with AM?
Okay. What you got?
What's that first card again? Or we're just throwing them
Yeah.
three. Okay, so it's the Page of Swords upright. It's the King of Cups upright. And it's the Five of Cups upright.
Okay, what was the first card again?
The Page of Wands,
Upright.
Swords, I'm sorry.
Page of Swords, upright.
Page of Swords upright. So,
Okay, there's communication going on here. And let me show you these since that Page of Swords is there. Because there we have the bats, which is the birds, which is
more birds,
communication,
more bats.
right?
Yes.
And then the pumpkin.
Okay, are they a dancer? Is AM a dancer? Sometimes the Page of Swords is, to me, this person who's really fluid and assured of their movements. They're tactful. That's the big thing there. But they also do things with purpose. Every motion of theirs may have something in mind as a purpose to show to people or to you.
Okay, so this is really interesting, Sile. Because I know you're asking, what can you look forward to with this guy? I think your communication, and I think for the most part, they're going to be really pretty good emotionally to deal with. I mean, I think their heart is in the right place. I feel that strongly, which is why I'm trying to figure out why the Five of Cups is here. Do you have an idea?
Well, the Five of Cups is there is because maybe they are a very magnanimous individual. The King of Cups is a loving, benevolent person, compassionate. Maybe they're not necessarily anybody's husband material because they have a lot of other situations in their lives, emotionally speaking, people coming and going, people needing more from them or less from them. And so I feel like their life is a good life, but they're a little complicated. They want to be everybody's best friend. They want to be the balm for people's ailing souls, maybe.
Wow.
I got a lot there, didn't I?
Well, I'm not even sure I
relate to it.
I relate to that, to the Five of Cups. I guess, but hey, that's what your intuition said, and I think
it's what you can look forward to them. They're always going to sort of feel like emotionally there's other situations that call to them too, in a way.
I feel like they're prone to periods of despair and disappointment. They wear their heart on their sleeve sometimes. So in the sense of what Mr. O said, they may embroil themselves in other people's problems and worries, and so they get overly involved and overly emotional, and it could interfere with, with things with you, but I think their heart for the most part is in the right place with that King of Cups here.
Well, we have to keep in mind that the Page of Swords represents a person who can be very diplomatic and tactful, skilled in various ways. So the thing is they don't really want to hurt anybody,
no,
but they don't know their own boundaries in terms of who they can really help and well. So they may be a good friend to you, but they may not necessarily be able to be everything to you.
But let me just say this, Sile. I think here, keep the communication going.
Yep, that's the best.
Keep. I think what you can expect is that this person cares about you. I believe that they do. The pumpkin is the clover, and the clover is luck. So there is luck and good fortune for you in continuing to see where this is leading. Just keep communication or seeing them, and see where it leads, because I think here it could be something positive, but and it looks like it could be lucky for you. It could be fortuitous. It could be fateful for you in a good way.
A lot of times it's not very explicit, but I think of the Page of Swords as somebody who's a dancer, and so it's like this could represent the idea that there's a dance involved and you're not going to get to the end of that dance real soon, so enjoy it.
So that's what we have for you. I hope that makes some sense for you. Good luck with that.
Ignore the corny Mr. O.
Ignore the corny Mr. O. Take my advice.
Candy corn is in right now.
Oh, not for some people. Some people hate it. It's like cilantro. You either love it or you hate it.
Hi, Ladybug.
All right, Ladybug is up.
Are we doing a spin for Ladybug? We didn't do one for Sheila, did we?
They didn't ask. At least I don't think so. Did I goof up?
That's why I said that, because I know you love candy corn, Violet.
All right, so Ladybug, what can I expect for next week? But we, of course, okay, that's fine. Ladybug wanted a spin, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's mine.
Right.
The Chariot.
The Chariot.
Boy, are we just picking the wrong spokes on the wheel or what?
Oh, well.
My deck, right? Whoa. Sorry. I don't want to throw things off again. Let's use the trick or treat.
Okay. I know you're doing that. I just said it because I said it.
Yeah, no, that's okay, Violet. And that we just spin for Ladybug. Sorry I did not win. Nobody's winning today. What happened? Do we have to add another spoke before the end of the show? That wouldn't be fair.
Well, we'll do that on Sunday.
So we'll just, yeah.
And half of the wheel will win.
Maybe. Oh my goodness. Four possibilities.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think so too.
Oh.
All right, so the trick or the treat for Ladybug in November. So this is for November. We know what your question was. We'll get to that. But your trick, ooh, is the Nine of Pentacles.
Oh, and that was our card yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's upright. It's such a pretty
upright.
card. Nice card. People complimented that
So
card.
that's your
The trick.
So
Well-
the trick is kind of being able to find time to relax and enjoy things. There may be the idea here that because November can be really
That's it.
busy for people,
That's it.
you really got to work at it.
The trick is you really want to enjoy your home life for a while. You want to relax, maybe be solitary, not see people, just get things done in the house.
Humbug.
Whether you're working on beautifying your home or you just want some time to enjoy being alone and enjoying your downtime in the comforts of your home. But guess what? The trick is that may be complicated. People are going to be vying for you. They're going to want you to do things or, business, different things pull you out of your comfort zone.
Can you bake a pumpkin pie? Ladybug, ladybug.
Whoa, the treat?
Oh, it's pumpkin pie. No, it's not. It's the Five of Wands upright. Ooh, yeah, see? Boy, these two really go together.
Except
You're going
that's
to
the
be
treat.
way too busy.
But that's the treat, right?
You're going to like it even though it may keep you from doing everything you want or some of the chill time.
I have to say he's right about that. The treat might be that you will engage in some constructive activity with others. It's not going to be anything contentious. Whatever's pulling you away from your quiet time will be something that will be very stimulating for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good.
And it will involve other people, it sounds like.
Christmas pinata.
So good luck with that.
All right, so now your question.
For the week ahead, right? The upcoming week?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oopsie, that was on the bottom. All right. Well, Page of Swords is back, but it's reversed. The Ten of Wands is reversed.
That's a good one.
Ooh. But the Ten of Swords is here upright.
Yow.
What is going on next week, Ladybug? Holy cow.
So we have repeats, only they're in a different order. The house and the scythe moving away.
Whoa. What's up
Interesting.
here?
So what's happening this next week, or how will you get through it? Well, it's a bit of stuff.
It's a bit of stuff. You're hoping for something. I think you are hoping for something to happen or you will be, that would ease some pressures or stresses in your life right now, or some burdens that you have. That's that Ten of Wands reversed. And I feel here that's the hope. However, it just seems like there's some kind of conflict or betrayal going on here, or disappointment. I think here that maybe people aren't getting the message, you know, or you can't seem to get it across that this is what you need and desire, and you feel like everybody or circumstances are working against you.
A lot of times I can get that from the Page of Swords too, the idea that you're not really being effective, and or also too that this suggests that some of your own methodology is flawed too, that you're not being as persuasive as you normally could, yet still I see this idea about some of the burdens being removed from you. Is that because maybe people think you're not capable of them? That could be the outcome of that. Does that result in something that maybe suggests somebody's going to have words with you, or somebody's going to put you in an impossible situation where you might feel regret or feel like something was taken away or backfired on you?
I just feel...
All in 1 week, eh?
Well, yeah, see, I just feel that that's the hope. You really want... That middle card for me is the hope that that's what you want. But it seems like it's hard to come by because either circumstances or people are getting in the way of you getting that peace, that stress reduction that you're looking for here, or getting pressures to ease on you. It just seems to be a struggle getting to that point.
We're sorry, Jennifer, but yeah, we did close our list. Happy Halloween.
Yes, 901.
We'll catch you next time.
So, also,
I'm glad she enjoyed it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm thinking about the Lenormand. Do you want anything to that?
Well,
it's facing the other way now. I almost feel as though your comfort, you know, your comfort zone, I think your comfort and your ability to try to achieve this stress reduction is really important to you. And, you know, you're going to have to maybe cut through whatever obstacles people or circumstances are putting in front of you to try to achieve it.
You know, it does almost feel like maybe there is someone or thing who specifically is sort of mucking things up for you. They may be trying to stop you from leaving early on a particular day or things like that. They're in your way somehow. And I think it's really important for you just to remember this is a week at a time. And you still have your own space that you can retreat to when you can. I think that this may represent saying, letting things pass because you can't really affect them directly. You know, the sword is moving into something else. It's not moving towards anything directly.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's what we have for you. I hope some of that resonated, made sense. Good luck with your week ahead. Hey, your peace of mind and your security and your, you know, the burdens that you're carrying, these are all valid things. And, you know, work hard to preserve it. Good luck with that.
Yeah, don't let her eat all that candy. Certainly not tonight.
All right, so where are we?
Claudia.
Claudia. All right.
And Claudia didn't tell us about a spin, so I guess we're not.
Yeah.
Claudia may have to navigate back to this reading.
Just a general reading. Okay. Well, Claudia, we are going to do the trick or treat for you for the month of November. Special bonus cards we are drawing.
Okay,
and that will be separate from your general reading. Maybe there'll be a tie-in. Sometimes we've seen that happen.
Oh my goodness. Is she going to school tomorrow, Jennifer? All right, so for Claudia's reading and for the 2 extra cards, I'm going to use the Ghost Tarot. Oh, that's good. Teachers were saying something about, like, you know, don't worry, they'll be okay. I don't even remember going into school the day after Halloween. Of course, back then my parents probably said, "You're in bed at 8 o'clock or whatever." Who knows, right?
All right.
Okay. You're welcome, Ladybug.
You're welcome,
So-
Ladybug.
The trick for November, Claudia, is the reversed Queen of Wands, a card we've seen a couple times here too.
Well, the trick, I think, is...
I know what it is.
What?
It's the anti-charm factor. The trick
Go on.
is maybe feeling like too many people want too much from you and that you have to sort of find ways to not be quite as charming for them, or that in fact you're not as charming to people in November, and maybe this will affect some of your dealings with certain people. And I realize you work from home, but maybe this is talking about other situations, friends or whatnot.
Right. The trick, I think, here is that something where you really wanted people to recognize you in some way, either your talents, your skills, your abilities, or your knowledge, they didn't. And it's going to startle you when it happens, because it's like you would have thought, you would like to think that you would have gotten some credit for something. But I feel here they've overlooked you, or they've just ignored what you had to say or what you did. That's the trick, is like, wow, here I thought I made things crystal clear, or here I thought I'd get some kudos for this, but no. Whether this is on social media, whether this is in your job, whether this is in your personal life, you're not getting the credit or the sense of people recognizing you for the things that you have to offer.
So what is the treat? The treat is the reversed Wheel of Fortune.
That's interesting.
Okay.
So, I don't think that they're related. I think this is something else up and coming in the month of November. And Claudia, remember, Mercury is retrograde. So I think the treat is that something may go in the wrong direction. What you consider a bad turn of luck. But ultimately, it probably saved you from a situation that you were better off not getting involved in. So,
Right.
Whatever it is, it's something that's a bad luck situation that really, again, it turns out in your favor not to have done it. So, it's good.
I like
That's
that.
the
You can't say any more than that. You know, bad luck that ends up being good luck.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes these things, these terms of luck that seem negative, like, oh, dang, I really wanted to do it. And then later you realize, oh my gosh, look what would have happened to me if I had done that. It's kind of like that.
All right.
All right.
So now the general reading.
So for next time. So we got, what, 2 more readings in Violet,
think
right?
so,
we
right.
are going into a bit of overtime here with the extra cards. Thanks for
knew it.
putting up with us, Violet. If you have to leave, you could leave your question, and of course, we'll spin the wheel for you.
All right, card the first is the reversed Four of Wands. Then it's the upright Seven of Cups. And then it's the upright Six of Cups.
So the reverse 4 of Wands, upright 7 of Cups, and upright 6 of Cups.
Yeah.
Well, I think the general reading is basically saying there's some stability coming if you're not experiencing that already in your affairs. It seems like everything is okay. You may just, have some little tweaking here and there to do on your goals and stuff, but everything is kind of going according to plan. I think when the Four of Wands is reversed, it's kind of, to me, a quiet success card,
Right. It's not much ado about not a lot. It doesn't feel bad at all. It just sort of feels like maybe quieter, like
Things
you're
are
not
coming along. along.
You're not really getting out there with a big celebration, but there is something to be happy about.
Well, and maybe what there is to be happy about is the
Seven of Cups.
Seven of Cups. That
Choices, potentials.
You have options and things to consider right now. You seem like you're at a point where you could start something new or do something new. But this is a time maybe, especially since Mercury is going retrograde, to just think about the possibilities. Think about your options. Explore them to a certain degree, but this isn't necessarily a time to commit to anything.
Well, maybe the quiet, happy feeling, the sort of, kind of quietness is the idea that now you will have time to focus on some things and give each their thought of diligence that they need to have. You don't want to just say, oh, that one. You want to sort of think about everything. And so having this pause maybe of sorts or quiet success allows you to do that. And then that takes us to the Six of Cups. And I love the image of the card because it sort of looks like it's really talking about spirit communication. And of course, we're in that time of the darkening year. So it could be that, in the post-Halloween season, it could be that you may feel there are some extra signs of those you care about who are no longer here being reflected back. But in general, it could also be saying, too, that you might expect, to meet with some friends or acquaintances that you don't see all the time and maybe, celebrate the holidays or plan to do that.
I feel as though, that's nice. You have to, like I said, Violet, I don't want to keep you, so, but okay. And say goodnight to LB for us. Happy Halloween. I could look at this two ways, Claudia. I could look at this as being connected with that Seven of Cups and saying that maybe one of the options that you are exploring is something that brought real happiness to you in the past. I mean, that's a possibility here. But I also like what Mr. O said. This is a time of year you may not be related to this at all, because this is a general reading, that you might be thinking about people who have passed on and good times that you shared, childhood memories of relatives who have passed, etc. Might be burbling to the surface now. Maybe it's time to honor them and light a candle in their honor. But also this could mean what he said as well. It's possible in November you're going to be getting together with some old friends that you haven't seen in a while, or some family. Thanksgiving coming and all of that. So hopefully that'll be a good experience. Oh, thank goodness the election will be done by then. Anyway, let's take a look at what's going on here.
Card the first, Ring. The Poison Ring. Card the second, Fountain.
I think you should commit yourself to the fact that one of the things that's going to be prominent in November is socializing. The fountain's the garden, and the ring is a commitment. So make a commitment of getting out there and being around people. That I think is really important in this case. And because everything seems to be going smoothly, and you really shouldn't explore other options right now to keep yourself too busy, this is a time to reminisce. This is a time to enjoy the company of good friends or family, or to think about fond memories from the past, and think about your options for the future, where you're going to go from here.
When I look at the ring and the fountain, I'm sort of like chicken or egg. Like, are you committed to just being more out there, or does the idea that there's a public sphere out there make you more committed to being happy, etc.? So it's either, it's like that kind of question is nebulous. You don't need to know those specifics because they sort of are in a continuum around each other. Commit yourself to being with people and being happy in this time.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right.
Okay, we are on Cool Creek.
Hey, Cool.
What does he feel about me? Okay. And we're going to do 2 cards for you, Cool Creek, for the month of November. What's the trick you might be facing?
Hi.
And the treat you might be receiving.
You're welcome. Did we offer you a spin?
I'm sure it was offered.
Well, they're there now, so if
Okay.
the spin is if you're overseas for a reading or if you're with an American or Canadian address for a choice of a deck that we could give you. It's on our little fortune wheel here.
Oops. I pulled 2 cards, but they're both coming up. All right, so this was, what does he feel about me? This is going to be
I thought we were doing November trick or treat.
Oh, the trick. Yeah, the trick and the treat. They're both going to come up, and this is going to be interesting. The trick. Thank you. Thank you for stopping me again.
For November, the trick is justice.
The trick is being able to find balance or fairness in your life, Cool Preek. The trick is about whether you feel you're being seen, the way you want to be seen by others. If people are treating you with the respect or the, that you deserve. And I feel here too that this could be a time, the trick might also be that you may have to make a decision that could upset the balance in your life right now. Maybe it'll affect somebody else a certain way and they'll get upset.
I think you're standing up for what you feel is right and the way to go. But the trick of this is that maybe others are not feeling this, and so they may be challenging you, or they may be trying to convince you to accept an injustice that you perceive.
But I have some good news for you. The treat's a real treat.
Yes.
It's a 10 of Cups.
And that means true, unconditional happiness and love.
Happiness and love are coming your way. And this is a real interesting 10 of Cups card because look at all those pictures on the wall there. It's almost as if it's somebody who has built a life together. And so I'm feeling here maybe this is indicating that some relationship could wind up going that way, that you could build a life together.
Nice.
Sounds like a happy ending.
It really is a happy ending.
Yeah.
So, gee, if that's coming in November, I hope you let us know.
Well, considering your question, you're asking about what somebody feels about you.
Okay, so before we do the question, we will do a spin. If you get the spin win, you can have a free reading from us, and we'll take that up with you later. But we're offering that to everybody for our season. You have to hit one of 3 spots. The High Priestess, Death, or the Moon.
And it's a Chariot again.
Yeah, so
that's weird. It keeps landing there.
And we'll probably be doing this on Sunday show, so if you come, we may still be offering this. You're welcome. So now we're going to do your regular reading, Cool.
Hey, I guess we know which wheel spoke we need to add next time. And then watch, it won't come up at all. I give up.
Thank you so much, Jamie.
Jamie, thank you. You're still hanging with us?
Thank you.
You're
we
a
really
trooper.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
We love all of you.
All right.
Thank you, Cool.
Sorry we had such a rocky start today.
Well, some of you weren't here for that, so
Yeah, I know.
You'll have to rewind. All right, so your question is, what does he feel about you?
Well, let's see if the cards are as kind here, but let's see what we've got. All right, it's the Sun reversed, and I don't want you to panic about that. That's okay. And then we have the Knight of Swords upright.
I like that.
My goodness.
Are they a doctor or a medic?
Yeah, it's that unfinished business deck, so there's a story for each of these, a ghost story. So cool. And the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to be using this deck for cards of the day in November, so I hope to touch on some of those stories when I do my interpretations. And what was that one? Nine of Pentacles. You know, this is looking pretty good. What do you have? Oh,
The moon
but you got clouds, don't you?
and clouds.
Eh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think they're moving towards. Well, where do I want to start? Let me
What
start
does he
with the
feel?
Nine
What
of
does he
Pentacles.
feel?
I really want to start with the Nine of Pentacles. And why? Because I feel they feel very comfortable either communicating with you or whatever. There's a certain comfort level they feel with you. I like that.
They sort of feel a sense of a completeness.
At home.
Yeah.
And so the Knight of, well, do I want to go there next? The first one is the Sun reversed. But there's still some things maybe that they want to discover more about. Maybe they feel they want to know more about you or get to know you even better first. And the Knight of Swords indicates that they're trying to move that way. They're what do you think with the Knight of Swords?
Well, the Knight of Swords, this image tells me that they are a hero in a certain respects, that they are somebody who wants to be maybe your or somebody's hero. They sort of envision themselves as being a dashing, courageous person who loves very strongly, whose love may be unconditional, because we see them here as a medic saving other people's lives that they don't really have any reason to other than it's their job, and they take pride in that.
Yeah, yeah.
I also like the fact that from the Lenormand we have the moon as well as the tarot sun, and I like that because I think it brings balance.
The tarot sun, kind of with it reversed, kind of goes with the clouds a little bit. I'll get into that because I brought up this idea that maybe they just want to explore, a relationship or a friendship with you more, or whatever this is, a partnership with you more fully, and they want to learn more about you in the process. Because the clouds indicate to me they feel they don't really totally get the full picture here. And I think that once they do, that would lead to success. That would lead to either a successful romance or whatever it is you're trying to establish here.
I think that this could be a very caring personality and that somebody who would probably really gravitate towards the finer points of becoming more involved with you. And I feel that Banshee's right, though, that the cloud sort of says, although they may feel this pull towards you, there are still things about you that they need to know. And it's kind of interesting because it sort of adds to the sun, like Banshee said. Yeah. The idea is that they probably want to learn as much about you and feel comfortable. There's that Nine of Pentacles with you.
So considering what we had in, the trick and treat reading for you, plus this, I think this is looking pretty promising, that they have good feelings towards you. Are they romantic? Well, the Ten of Cups in that other reading might indicate that. But I also feel here that the Nine of Cups just makes it feel like, you could complete them in some way. And they sort of feel that, but they maybe just want to have a little bit more sureness. Sometimes people feel something is too good to be true, and so they have doubts, and they need, to be sure of their feelings. And that might be what's going on here. All right. So good luck with that.
Thanks for coming.
We're on Mysterious Queen.
Hi, Mysterious Queen.
And does Mysterious Queen want to spin?
Nice
Maybe
to know.
Not.
Good. Okay, so what deck have I not used today?
Mysterious Queen wants to know what major blessings are coming in the month of November. Hey, you're very welcome. I hope this works out.
You're welcome.
Looks promising.
Mysterious Queen, it's your turn, and if you'd like a spin, let us know. We're going to do the trick or treat for November 1st, so you still have time to respond.
So the trick or treat, basically, Mysterious Queen, is I have some extra bonus cards we're giving people today for Halloween. It's for the month of November. The trick you might encounter, a challenge, or the treat. You know, some opportunity or good stuff that might be coming your way in the month of November. And then we'll do your reading after that to find out more about
So
November.
for November, the trick you may have to face or deal with is the moon. And the trick is that something is eluding you in terms of information or knowledge you really feel you need to know. Something seems to be a mystery to you. Something seems to be hidden. And you feel knowing this would really change things for the better for you, but it's just something you can't quite get to understand. It could be a thing that maybe you know about, but you just don't understand why. I mean, there's questions about something.
The trick might be that, you know, something may come up where you're not really sure you're getting the full story from someone. So in other words, this could be as simple as you're going to buy something, a product, you know, maybe something big, not a car, but an appliance, you know, or something like that, a computer, and maybe people aren't telling you all the facts about what you're doing. I'm just giving that as an example. And so even if you're applying for a job or something like that, there may be some things that you feel like you don't know enough to make a really informed decision. And you feel like something might be being withheld from you. Whatever this case may be, even if it's something to deal with family or friends or in a relationship.
So, what is the treat? It's the Queen of Wands upright.
Well, the treat is that you seem to have a way this month of attracting people to you. So whether it's for a relationship or whether you're trying to make a good impression somewhere, I think that you're going to be surprised how well received you're going to be. It's going to be a surprise to you. You maybe were going in and feeling kind of pessimistic, but apparently, you know, you're going to show the best side of yourself, and people are going to really, you know, be drawn to you.
I think they could be related, the two cards, because the treat may actually be that your charisma, strength, bravery, your need to really be able to be on top of this would make you charming enough to figure out how to find the answers you need, secretly or not, or just maybe convince somebody charismatically, you need to talk to me, babe, and tell me what's going on. So the trick is that maybe your charming manner will do wonders for you.
Well, that's nice. I like that too.
All right.
All right. Good luck with that.
Good
But
luck
let's
with
get on
that.
with your reading for November. Maybe some of this will come up there. I don't know. We'll
And
find
thank
out.
you, Jamie's Cowboys. We love the support.
We have
appreciate
people
it.
hanging out. Sometimes we can talk more than others to you. But today we've been busy doing the extra readings. Mr. O will probably say, never again.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Although I do
On
have
the
to say, we
air.
will do it for Libra on Sunday if Libra's there or not. Because we owed her one today and we forgot. So I feel bad about that.
All right. So, this is still Mysterious Queen, right?
Yes.
What major blessings coming towards me in the month of November? Well, it may not be major. It's the sun, but it's reversed.
Okay, that's not bad. We've had that recently.
The Eight of Cups is reversed. I like it, though. And our Queen is back, the Queen of Wands, but she's reversed this time.
Wow.
So a
All
major
right, well,
blessing.
wait.
Fox. The foxy fox on the run.
Well, this is not a blessing.
No, that is not.
That's the cross.
I know.
I'm telling them.
You don't always do that.
I know,
have to
but you
usually tell
didn't,
them.
so I did.
Okay. So, major blessings that may be coming to you in November. They may not be major. The Sun reversed is not a bad card. It doesn't reverse anything, but it says that maybe, there's a sense of happy enough. It's a Goldilocks moment. It's a Goldilocks moment.
Yes.
It's just
That's
right.
where I was going.
It's just right. Now, the Eight of Cups may be saying that a blessing is that you're not moving further ahead with goals or things because there's maybe still something that you still can appreciate. It may not be something that you're strongly tied to in terms of it's not resolved business, but it's something that maybe you still want to appreciate for some reason. Did you want to jump in?
Well, I want to throw the Sun and that together by saying that basically, everything seems to be in November going fairly smoothly. Fairly status quo, like there's no major highs, there's no major lows, for the most part. And the Eight of Cups to me is just saying, so why move forward with anything? Just maybe enjoy this period of relative calm, peace, and stability right now. And I mean, Mercury is retrograde, or going to be retrograde. It's going to be in its shadow phase soon, and so you're going to want to kind of lay low anyway, I think. It's not a time with the Queen of Wands to step out beyond your comfort zone. The Queen of Wands is bold, and on the one hand, with the trick, we said, or with the tree, right? We said how well received you're going to be by others. But there may be a call for most of this month for you to just kind of lay low and not be seen or heard as much and just go with the flow. Because I feel like right now, I don't know, I'm assuming you're working. If it's not work, it could be with a relationship, I'll say that there could be some grief or sorrow or stress that's been attached to the workplace. And I feel here that as long as you don't make any waves or as long as you just keep with a routine, you should be able to get through this okay. But it seems like some of the stress that you're going to be experiencing, whether it's on the job or in a relationship, may actually go a little bit beyond November. This may carry on into December. So I think your main blessing is this idea that if you just go with the flow right now, things will be okay.
I kind of like that. I was going to say maybe it's not so much about the obvious blessings that you want or would like to have, but maybe it's more about the idea that to some degree there's kind of just a status quo that's moving along. The Queen of Wands to me may be suggesting that you realize you can't necessarily charm these things into happening or use your force of charisma or personality to will them into being. And so maybe the blessing is realizing that to some degree, that not everything goes exactly the way you want. That is a blessing in a way, to realize maybe that sometimes you're not meant to get certain things until maybe you really can appreciate them. And I spoke about that a little bit with the Eight of Cups perhaps. So looking finally at the Lenormand, I would have to agree with Banshee. This does seem to indicate that there is a possibility that your attention may be more reserved for either a business upset or a relationship upset.
Yeah, that could be a bit of a concern for this month, but I feel here overall it's going to be a fairly smooth period for you.
Yeah, it won't be bad.
So good luck with that.
All right, Mysterious Queen. So we know who's up and we know who wants us spin.
I don't have a lucky charm handy, Violet. I was thinking I had something over there, but maybe I should hold the Cauldron of Plenty. Mr. O will hold it while I spin.
I'm only thinking the luckiest thoughts for you, Violet.
Put your scorpionic luck energy into it. Oh, dear.
Don't worry, I gotcha.
No, I gotcha.
My
I'm
least-
spinning.
Oh, okay.
It's the world. It's the world.
Sorry.
We're sorry. But you know what? The good news is, Violet, nobody's won today. And so whatever deck you still wanted or reading, it's still available on Sunday. And we will add more more spots to
Probably
the wheel.
2 more. We'll probably make it 5. I like your idea of strength. Yeah. And we'll find another one.
Darn it. All right.
Okay, so your question then. Poop indeed. Message from your ancestors. We're going to do the November trick or treat, right?
Yes. You get a trick and a treat, Violet.
I'll mention once again that Saturday will be happy hour, 10 a.m. No spin on the wheel for that one, just a good free message for everybody in our chat room. So do check that out. Also, tomorrow morning, is it really tomorrow morning already? Did I even do it? I didn't, did I?
No, you did. Oh my gosh.
Guess who's staying up late on Halloween night? To do
Oh my gosh.
emotional
you didn't do
exchanges.
his emotional
I should have realized there was
exchanges.
something wrong.
That's so
Oh,
funny.
No Halloween for me.
Well, your trick. Well, on the one hand, it's a good card, but remember, it's a trick. It's the Nine of Swords reversed. And so, I think what that might be saying here is that some of the fears and anxieties and things that you have put to rest that maybe you feel were unimportant, surprise, maybe they are important, or at least one of them is.
9 of Swords.
Yeah, reversed.
Reversed. The trick. The treat.
The trick.
The trick. Oh, well, it's an obvious trick. It seems to me like you will be, if you're not still dealing with something really that is upsetting enough to, no, wait, it's reversed.
Right, that's what
I'm sorry. Long night, I'm failing. Maybe it's the realization that I still have work to do. I'm going to pass. I'll wait till you do the next one, and then I'll try to pull it together.
Okay, you probably
It's a
didn't hear
tricky
what I
trick.
said about the card, which would have.
No, I probably didn't.
So the treat is the Four of Cups upright. And so I feel here there might be the treat might be that suddenly there may be some new opportunity to address the trick. I do feel like maybe they're related in some way. And you're going to have to give this some thought, but I have a feeling something is going to come to you that there is a way to address and handle this situation.
Well, the treat does seem to be about realizing that you have to make a choice, and that maybe it's hoping that you can make the right choice. When I look at the image, I'm not so sure that's really possible there. But I'll leave that aside for the moment and say whether or not it does address the treat, the trick. The trick is maybe feeling that sometimes you can shelter those things that depress you or make you anxious, but for how long? Does the treat really give you the opportunity to overcome that? A lot of this is really, it's the swords, it's the mental thing, and it's the cups, the emotional thing. So this really weighs on you emotionally, but at the same time, it may be very challenging to think around all those aspects.
And it's interesting you brought up what you did, because yes, whenever I design spreads, I think about that. I think about, oh no, what if I get a positive card in this negative spot? What'll I do? Well, I think the whole idea is you think about the question, the position. It's a trick. It's a treat. And so the trick is going to be, if you get a positive card there, it's changing. It makes you look at the tarot in a more, how do I want to say this, like your tarot of opposites.
Oh, okay.
Right?
You consider
both
extremes
angles
or
of
anything
the card.
that pulls them together.
And so, because that's what's coming into play here. And so I think what's happening here is that the Nine of Swords, which is usually a very positive card, in that you finally realize you've conquered your fears, or they have no power over you, or they weren't real to begin with. Well, apparently in this case, something is real. And it needs to not be, perhaps, maybe you've been in denial. I'm not going to say you've been in denial about it, but denial could play a role here. Or you just brushed it off as something that you've taken care of, but it's still there. So, but this treat, I really feel falls in line with that. I think you do have things to consider here, and possibly an opportunity will come to you that will allow you to finally put this to rest. I think so. That's what I think. So we made it good anyway. But it's because I could see how that treat fit in there. All right, why am I putting these away? Silly me. All right, so let's see what your ancestors have to say. Are you on the right track? What do they think of the new thing you're starting? Did I miss something? What is the new thing you're starting? Or did you not announce it yet? I've been so in and out of all the different social medias, it's getting hard to manage. And I know you haven't been on Twitter much, so... Okay, all right. So I didn't miss anything. I'm glad. Okay. Oh, and I am going to try to get some more of my focus on blue sky and threads. Threads really draws me in, I have to say, more than blue sky right now. But I am trying, and I'm going to try, because I see more and more people that I know are going on to blue skies, so. All right, we're just doing 3 cards on this one because I wanted to see the 3. We got the 9 of Cups reversed. Do you know the 9 of Cups has come reversed like 3 or 4 times today? This is crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
And then we have Temperance reversed. But worry not, there's some positivity here. And it's in the Hermit. Mr. O is rereading the question. So I'd like the Lenormand.
Would you?
Yeah, I do.
Crossroads tree.
Huh. Well, I guess your ancestors want to know if this is really what you want and you feel will fulfill you. Maybe that's what they're questioning right now. With that 9 of Cups reversed, they, maybe they've seen you going through some different changes through this past year, and they're wondering, is this the one? Is this the one that is going to restore balance back into your life? Is this the one that's going to bring you more peace and serenity, and an ability to bring, is this the right mix for you too? Is this really what you want? And I think what they're saying here is, talk to us more. Talk to us more, tap into us more, tap into your higher wisdom more to seek it out, to figure out if you really are. Because if you're questioning them about it, maybe that's why they're questioning you about it.
Well, the thing that kind of bothered me a little bit, maybe, was maybe they don't want you to feel they have to approve of what you do. And I see that because of the 9 of Cups and Temperance, the idea to me from those is maybe these aren't the things that they care about. They want you to be happy. They want you to grow through the changes that you can find for yourself. And so in the end, it's not about their approval. It's just maybe about actually making the choice, and then they will warm towards that, or they will tell you if they approve or not. So in other words, they want you to take more of the initiative in some respects, and then if they think you need to be guided, they will, but maybe they don't think you need to be guided as much as you do. And I don't know if that's the right way to phrase that. Maybe you wouldn't phrase it that way for yourself, but I'm phrasing it that way.
Well, it's interesting what you said there, Violet, about, something about growth that you had there. Where did I see that? Oh, it's for my growth and expansion and finally in your path to rest and growing. So there is the tree, which is about growth and acquiring more wisdom. And that tree could also tie into the hermit here. Is that maybe you should be on... What?
He's hanging from the tree. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the hermit.
It's not a hangman.
No. And so that's why I keep saying higher wisdom, the hermit, going, really going within and soul searching here that this is what you want, or this is truly the right path for you. Your growth is at a crossroads here. Either you're puzzled as to whether you really want to pursue this, which is why you're asking them, or, your growth is at a crossroads. It's like, is this the path you're going to take? Are you going to do it? Are you going to step through and make that decision? Because right now it feels like you haven't yet completely. You may like it, you may be wanting to pursue it, but you must have some reservation here, because I don't know why we're seeing the Nine of Cups reversed, right?
Well, the hermit is sitting at a crossroads too, in a way.
Well,
I just had to throw that
in
out.
a way. In a way he is, because he's seeking still. And maybe the ancestors say, you're still looking, and they realize this. You're really still searching for the right path maybe to take. And you might get some growth out of this. With the tree here, I can't say that you wouldn't. But again, they want to make sure this is what you feel is going to blend into your life and be the right mix for you. And also that it's going to give you satisfaction. Because, one of the things about the Nine of Cups reversed is that what you wish for sometimes doesn't turn out to be, all it was cracked up to be. So it's interesting. I think they're throwing it back at you. And they just want to make sure that you are sure. They think that I think you could get some growth out of this, but they also recognize that you're not totally convinced yet, maybe. Good luck with that. All right. Yeah, I don't know. It's like sometimes with your questions, I get it. Sometimes it's like there's more mystery. There's more mystery than answers sometimes. And that's where I think you'll have to explore with your own cards too, and your own connection with the ancestors, and see what more they can provide you on this. Maybe show you a sign of some sort. All right. Good luck with that. Well, hey, I'm an Aries. I understand the self-doubty thing. I do. Good luck with that. All right. Well, we made it. Is it like 10 o'clock yet? And Mr. O's got work to do? Maybe I'll have to have him make coffee for himself to stay awake. Well, thanks for staying for this expanded edition. And Violet, we will not do this to you often. Sorry we were just scattered tonight. Perhaps I have a way of maybe making sure this won't happen again. And I want to talk to you more about it too at some point here.
You're supposed to smack them.
Okay, I did. I could have used this, but I'm kinder than that. All right. So, everybody, thank you again. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
If you have any dreams or visions tonight, I'd pay attention to them. And of course, we'll try to decipher them on our show if you bring them here. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.